It is the 9th day of the month, and my $22 are used up in rent and bills. I might have to call my sister again. Tokyo salarymen eating ramen after work. That's such a cool, aesthetic scene. The steam rising from the bowl, the perfectly sliced pork, the rich tonkotsu broth. It looks like the kind of moment that makes you think, yeah, this is what it means to live in Tokyo. But let me tell you what that scene actually costs. And I don't just mean the money on the receipt. I mean what it costs to be the person sitting in that ramen booth at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday, too tired to cook, too broke to eat anywhere nicer, using food as one of the last remaining ways to convince yourself you're still human. Hey, I'm 23, a first-year salaryman working in Shibuya, Tokyo. I take home about 170,000 yen a month. That's roughly $1,100. After rent, utilities, train pass, and basic survival expenses, I'm left with maybe 20,000 to 30,000 yen for the entire month. That's about $130 to $195 to cover food, any unexpected costs, and what people optimistically call enjoying life. Today, I'm going to Ikaru. It's probably the most famous ramen chain in Japan. Tourists love it. Salarymen like me survive on it. A basic bowl costs around 1,000 yen. That's about $6.50. Which doesn't sound like much, right? But when you break down what that represents in my actual daily budget, it's a completely different story. In today's video, I want to walk you through something most Japan content never shows you. What it actually means to live in Tokyo on an entry-level salary. Not the Instagram version. The real version. The version where a single bowl of ramen isn't just dinner. It's a financial decision. An emotional calculation. A small rebellion against a system that's slowly draining everything out of you. By the end of this video, I think you'll see Tokyo differently. Not as a dream city where everything is convenient and beautiful, but as a place where millions of people are quietly struggling, using small moments like a bowl of ramen to remind themselves they're still worth something. So let me take you through a day. A completely normal, unremarkable Tuesday. The kind of day that happens hundreds of times a year. And let me show you what it actually costs to survive here. I wake up at 6 a.m. Not because I'm a morning person. Because if I want to avoid the absolute worst of rush hour, I need to leave my apartment by 6:45. My apartment is in Saitama, about an hour from Shibuya by train. Rent is 70,000 yen a month. That's about $455. For that price, I get a room where I can almost touch opposite walls if I stretch my arms out. One tiny window. A bathroom so small I have to stand sideways to close the door. But it's cheap by Tokyo standards. Anything closer to the office would cost 90,000 to 100,000 yen minimum. Breakfast is rice and a raw egg. Tamago cake gohan. It's cheap. It's fast. It's what my body gets before I become a working machine for the next 15 hours. Cost, maybe 50 yen. About 30 cents. The train to Shibuya costs 580 yen one way if I didn't have a monthly pass. But I do. 15,000 yen a month. About $97. Non-negotiable. If I don't pay it, I don't get to work. If I don't get to work, I don't have a job. Simple math. I get to the office by 8 a.m. Officially, work starts at 8:30. But nobody arrives at 8:30. That would look bad. Like you're not serious. Like you're doing the bare minimum. So we all arrive early. Sit at our desks. Check emails that don't matter yet. Drink vending machine coffee. Pretend we're getting a head start on the day. The morning disappears into meetings. 3 of them. Back to back. None of them productive. The first one is about a website update that should have been decided 2 weeks ago but wasn't because nobody wants to make a decision. The second one is about a client proposal that 5 different people have already reviewed but now needs a 6th review just to be safe. The third one is a meeting about scheduling another meeting. By noon, I've accomplished basically nothing. But I'm exhausted anyway. That's the thing about Japanese office work. It's not physically tiring. It's mentally draining. The constant awareness of the room. The constant calculation of what's safe to say. The constant performance of looking busy and dedicated even when you're doing nothing useful. Lunch break is 12 to 1 p.m. Officially. In reality, I have maybe 30 minutes. Because if I take the full hour, people notice. They don't say anything. They just notice. And noticing is enough. I go to a convenience store. Family Mart. It's close. It's fast. It's cheap. I buy a bento box. 400 yen. About $2.60. It's rice, some fried chicken, a bit of pickled vegetable, and a small portion of pasta salad that tastes like nothing. I eat it at my desk while checking emails. This is normal. Most people eat at their desks. Eating out for lunch every day would cost 700 to 1,000 yen per meal. That's 14,000 to 20,000 yen a month. I can't afford that. So convenience store bentos it is. The afternoon is more of the same. Emails. Reports. Spreadsheets that nobody will read. A phone call with a client who's angry about something that isn't my fault but becomes my problem anyway. My section chief dumps a last-minute task on my desk at 4 p.m. Says it needs to be done by tomorrow morning. Doesn't ask if I have time. Just assumes I'll stay late and finish it. He's right. I will. By 6 p.m., I'm starving. The 400 yen bento is long gone. My stomach is making noise. I think about the snacks in the break room vending machine. A small bag of chips is 150 yen. About $1. I debate it for 10 minutes. Decide against it. That's 150 yen I might need later. I drink water instead. Free. Fills the stomach temporarily. At 8 p.m., I'm still at my desk. The office is half empty now, but my section chief is still here, so I'm still here. That's the rule. You don't leave before your boss leaves. Even if your work is done. Even if you're falling asleep at your keyboard. You stay. By 9:30 p.m., the section chief finally packs up. I wait 5 minutes. Then I pack up too. Trying to look like I'm finishing naturally, not like I've been waiting for permission to leave. I walk to Shibuya Station. It's crowded even at this hour. Salarymen in rumpled suits. Students coming back from cram school. Tourists taking photos of the scramble crossing. Everyone moving in their own little bubble of exhaustion or excitement. And then I see it. Ikiran Ramen. The red sign glowing. The curtain doorway. The smell of pork broth and garlic hitting me from half a block away. I stand outside for a minute, doing the math in my head. A bowl of ramen at Ikaran costs 1,000 yen for the basic tonkotsu. If I add extra pork, that's another 250 yen. If I get the rich broth upgrade, another 100 yen. If I order a side of gyoza, 300 yen. If I get a beer, 400 yen. But I'm not getting any of that. I'm getting the basic bowl. 1,000 yen. That's $6.50. Which, objectively, is not expensive. People spend more than that on a coffee in some countries. But here's what 1,000 yen means to me. It's 2 days of breakfast. It's 2.5 convenience store lunches. It's 3 train rides if I didn't have a pass. It's 1/30th of my rent. It's 1/3 of my monthly savings goal, which I almost never hit anyway. And yet, I walk in. Because I'm tired. Because I'm hungry. Because I've been eating garbage all day and my body is screaming for something, anything, that tastes like real food. And because, honestly, I need this. I need one moment where I'm not calculating. One moment where I'm just a person eating ramen. Not a salaryman. Not a budget spreadsheet. Just a person. Ikaran is famous for its solo dining booths. You sit in a small partitioned space. Walls on either side. A bamboo blind in front that lifts when your ramen is ready. It's designed for people who want to eat alone without feeling lonely. Or maybe it's designed for people who are so tired of being around other people all day that even a shared table sounds exhausting. I sit down. Fill out the order sheet. They ask how you want your ramen. Richness of broth. Amount of garlic. Spice level. Thickness of noodles. I check all the default options. I don't have the energy to customize. Just give me food. The bamboo blind lifts. A bowl of ramen appears. No face. No words. Just hands placing the bowl in front of me and then disappearing. The blind lowers again. I'm alone with my ramen. And for a second, it's beautiful. The broth is creamy and rich. The pork is tender. The noodles have that perfect chew. The green onions and red ginger add little bursts of flavor. The marinated egg, split in half, has that jammy yolk that mixes into the broth. I take the first bite. And I remember why I do this. Why I spend 1,000 yen I can't really afford on a bowl of noodles. Because for 10 minutes, maybe 15 if I eat slowly, I'm not thinking about work. I'm not thinking about money. I'm not thinking about tomorrow's tasks or next month's rent or the fact that I'm 23 years old and already feel like I'm 40. I'm just eating. Tasting. Feeling the warmth of the broth. Feeling my body relax for the first time in 12 hours. But even as I'm eating, part of my brain is still calculating. I'm thinking, okay, I spent 1,000 yen today. That means I have 19,000 yen left for the rest of the month. That's 950 yen per day if I spread it evenly. But I can't spread it evenly because I need to buy shampoo soon. And I need to send money to my parents like I do every month. And there's a co-worker's birthday party next week that I'll be expected to contribute to. So really, I have less than 19,000 yen. And this bowl of ramen just became more expensive. I finish eating. The bowl is empty. I sit there for another minute. Not because I'm still hungry. Because I'm not ready to leave yet. Because once I leave, I'm back to being a salaryman. Back to being broke. Back to being tired. Right now, in this little booth, I can pretend I'm just a guy who ate some ramen. That's worth an extra minute. I pay at the machine by the entrance. 1,000 yen. The machine spits out a receipt. I fold it and put it in my wallet. I'll add it to my expense tracking spreadsheet later. I track every yen I spend. Not because I enjoy it. Because if I don't, I lose track. And if I lose track, I end up at the end of the month with no money and no idea where it went. Outside, Shibuya is still bright and loud. The big screens flashing ads. People everywhere. Couples walking together. Groups of friends laughing. Tourists posing for photos. And me, walking to the station alone, slightly less hungry than I was an hour ago. The train ride home is quiet. I find a seat, which is rare this late. I sit down. Close my eyes. Think about nothing. The train rocks gently. I could fall asleep right here. Some people do. You see salarymen passed out on the train all the time. Heads tilted back. Mouths open. Too exhausted to care. I get off at my stop. Walk to my apartment. Unlock the door. The room is dark and cold. I turn on the light. One small lamp because the overhead light uses more electricity. I change out of my suit. Hang it on a chair. I'll wear it again tomorrow. And the day after. And the day after that. I own 2 suits. That's enough. I brush my teeth. Look at myself in the bathroom mirror. I look tired. I always look tired. There are dark circles under my eyes. My skin looks dull. I'm 23, but I look older. This is what 15-hour days and convenience store food and stress and zero sunlight does to you. I get into bed. It's 11:30 p.m. I need to wake up at 6 a.m. That's 6.5 hours of sleep if I fall asleep right now. Which I won't, because my brain is still buzzing. Still thinking about work. Still thinking about money. Still thinking about everything I need to do tomorrow and all the ways I might fail. I check my phone one last time. My bank app shows my current balance. I do the math again. 19,000 yen left for the month. 14 days until payday. That's 1,357 yen per day. Except I have that birthday party contribution. And I need shampoo. And I should probably buy vegetables at some point because I'm pretty sure I'm developing scurvy. I put my phone down. Close my eyes. Try to quiet my brain. Think about the ramen I ate earlier. The taste. The warmth. That one moment of peace. And I think, this is my life now. This is what it means to be a young salaryman in Tokyo. Every day is a calculation. Every purchase is a negotiation with yourself. Every meal is a choice between saving money and staying sane. And somehow, you have to find a way to keep going. To not give up. To believe that this is temporary. That it gets better. I don't know if it gets better. Nobody's told me that it does. But I have to believe it. Because if I don't believe it, then what's the point? So I'll wake up tomorrow. I'll eat my 50 yen breakfast. I'll take my train. I'll sit at my desk. I'll go to pointless meetings. I'll stay late because my boss stays late. I'll eat another convenience store lunch. And maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll have enough money left at the end of the month for another bowl of ramen. Not because the ramen is special, but because those 15 minutes in that little booth, with that bamboo blind down, eating something warm and real, are sometimes the only proof I have that I'm still alive. That I'm still a person who can taste things and feel things and want things. That's what 1,000 yen buys in Tokyo. Not just food. Not just calories. But a small, fragile moment of dignity. A reminder that even though the system is crushing you, even though you're broke and exhausted and barely surviving, you can still choose to feed yourself something that tastes good. You can still choose yourself, even if just for 15 minutes. And maybe that's pathetic. Maybe I should be angry instead of grateful. Maybe I should be demanding better pay, better hours, better treatment. And maybe someday I will. But right now, I'm too tired to fight. Right now, all I can do is survive. One day at a time. One bowl of ramen at a time. This is my reality. A 23-year-old salaryman in Tokyo, trying to convince himself that 1,000 yen spent on ramen isn't wasted money. That taking care of yourself, even in the smallest way, even when you can't afford it, is still worth it. I don't know if you'll understand this feeling. I don't know if anyone who hasn't lived this life can understand it. But if you're watching this from outside Japan, from a place where maybe the pay is better or the hours are shorter or the system is less crushing, I just want you to know. This is what it looks like. This is what Tokyo actually costs. Not the tourist version. The real version. And if you're watching this from inside the system, if you're another salaryman or office worker somewhere in Japan, eating your own version of survival food and wondering if you're the only one struggling, I want you to know you're not alone. We're all out here. Millions of us. Quietly breaking. Quietly surviving. Quietly choosing ramen over savings because sometimes you need something warm to hold on to. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, please leave a comment. Tell me what survival costs in your city. Tell me what your version of Ikeran ramen is. The thing you spend money on even though you shouldn't, because you need it to remember you're human. I'll see you in the next video. Probably eating something else I can't afford. Because that's the life.